Yes. Okay. If you're here, please turn on your camera. I see a lot of faces. I'm so happy. Great. If you're still not on your camera, please turn it on so I can just see you. Like sometimes I just go there and see people faces to know that's, interacting with people. Amazing. Cool. Let's get started. Okay. So yeah, this is me. My name is Fatima Zahra. Just call me Fati. It's easier for everyone. So we avoid calling me Fatima because I really dislike it. And I'm regional manager B2C and OGX for AP. Last year I was MC in Malaysia, so hello people from Malaysia. And the year before I was MC OGT in Morocco. This is my Instagram handle if you'd like to connect with me. I do some content about curly hair. If you have curly hair, I don't know, not a lot of people in Asia have curly hair. Also fitness sometimes, but yeah, you can talk to me about anything. So I want to ask you, like, this session is about EBs, so I assume everyone here is EB. So I'd like to ask you, what does first 90 days represent to you? Although I know that we are in the second week of March, so you just barely had first 40 days. But yeah, you can tell me about your first 40 days, how it was for you, what does it represent to you, and stuff like that. So yeah, you can just type in the chat or turn on your mic and have a quick sharing. Clement, culture shaping onboarding. Nice. Thank you for sharing. Setting the basic rules for the team. Great. That's nice. Natalie, team building. Amazing. Keep it coming, people. How many people do we have here? We have like 45 people. 47 with me and Abiem. So a good ratio can be the quarter, which is like 10 sharings minimum. Okay, getting to know each other more and setting the team targets. Heading the machine. Elsie. Oh, that's a nice, interesting metaphor. Adapting the rules, routines that ourselves have set, team building and setting team rules, goal setting, understanding where we are, team building, setting team routine. Amazing. Thank you so much. A lot of sharing is coming. That's amazing. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing. Yeah, like the first 90 days is like, as I mentioned in the slide, are about setting the stones for the term, like the behaviors that you like to see, you'd like to start them from the beginning of the term so people get used to them, they have enough time to practice them, to notice like what are the mistakes they are making and so on. Also, team building is very important. It's part of team standards. So you build your team in the first days of the term, so you can have the setting stone of your team, the behaviors, the culture, the rules, the accountability, and all of that. But something that I like very much about each first 90 days of my experiences is fail early and learn early. Like in the first 90 days, you allow yourself to try a lot of things because, you just got out of planning. You're still unsure about some stuff. You still want to validate some stuff. So you allow yourself to fail early and learn early. And sadly, it's a lesson that I didn't learn in my first experiences. So in the first 90 days, I used to try to be very perfect and I forget to enjoy my learning process. So it's a lesson that I would like to share with you guys. So enjoy your first 90 days. Don't be afraid to fail. In Isaac, like we have a space, a safe space to fail, to learn, to make mistakes, and always improve. So yeah, that's very important. So I would like to put this in this way. Like some of you might be wondering, why are we just talking about the first 90 days? Like Fatih, there are a lot of 90 days in the term we can repeat and repeat, but no, like there is only one first 90 days. Why is it important? Because if you read the book like about habits or about routines or about effective teams, you would know that the first 90 days are the important days to set routines. Like people get used and observe the leaders of the LC in the first 90 days and start duplicating whatever behavior or culture or routine or like whatever thing you are building in the first 90 days will get duplicated later on by the term unless you do a great major effort, and that's the thing that we'd like to avoid. Like, how can we easily build everything in the first 90 days so the LC can function smoothly after? So I would like to show you this. This is very interesting. Like, okay, I don't want your mind to be blown literally, but yeah, this is gonna blow your mind. So how much time do we have in the term? We have 365 days. Like, you have 1 year in your term, right? Also, if you'd like to interact, like, just you can use the reactions of oops, you can use the reactions of Zoom to like thumbs up, laugh or something, like, just so can I can know you're with me. Okay, ABM is surprised. Thank you, ABM, for reacting. So yeah, we have overall 365 days in the term, which is 52 weeks, which is also one of the durations of GT if you're running GT. Okay, just kidding. And minus the weekends, it becomes 38 weeks and 261 days. Okay, that's a lot less than we thought we have. But keep in mind, you have conferences like TLC. Let's say that you have 6 conferences in average, including regional, national, and local, and which means like 1 week for each conference, which means 6 working days, which means like 30 days overall. Then you have one planning and one replanning, which is like 2 weeks, and you have quarter review, and you have weekly meetings. I just did some calculation there, like some hours. Da, 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 da. Overall, it's like 2 weeks of meeting, 2 straight weeks of meeting. So it's a lot of time. So minus all these things, plus the thing we forgot about the most, self care. I just put as an average twice a month. PDP day also once a month. Very important. If you don't pay attention to your PDP and if you don't give it time, please start setting in the calendar from now on, okay? And gym once a week, average, because not everyone likes practicing, and that's okay. I'm not telling you you should practice, just like put it there as an average. So, minus all these things, get ready. You have only 142 days if you calculate it this way. So, whatever things you plan to do in 1 year, you actually have only 142 days to do it. So, how does that look to you? And that's why it's important to talk about the 91st days, because they save you a lot of time and a lot of effort. Like when you set the stones for the for the next quarters, everything seems to be automated and like how can I say, systematic and very agile. So let's see how we can do that. How we can do that and how we can make the best out of the first 90 days is, before that, let's do an activity. I want you to take a pen and a paper, or like maybe your phone, or if you have any note taking app on your laptop, I don't know, or just a Google Doc. I want you to describe so far, okay, like the reality in your first 40 days or 1 month and a week that you already had as EB. I want you to describe a typical day that you had, okay? Like the activities that you do. You can mention ISEC or outside of ISEC is okay, classes, work, whatever you want. And also results, like results not in terms of like function results, like results of your day. Like, for example, I created a PPT, or uh, like I held a meeting, or like the result from the meeting is like I gave feedback or something like that. So I just want you to put one typical day that you have in as EB in the first month and 1 week that you already had, and also if there are any results like that you observed. Okay, let's take 3 minutes to do this, and I'm gonna play my nice song. One more time. Oops. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go get the link. Cool.
look too good to be alone. My house clean, my pool warm, just shake smooth like a newborn. We should be dancing, romancing in the east wing and the west wing of this mansion. Admin, I ain't playing no games. Every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. So if you're trying to lay in these arms, I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open, girl. I'ma leave the door open. Can't you feel the way I feel and you want me like I want you tonight, baby? Tell me that you're coming through. You're so sweet, so tight, I won't bite unless you like. If you smoke, what you smoke? I got the haze. And if you're hungry, girl, I got the lace. Oh, baby, don't keep me waiting. There's so much love we could be making. I'm talking kissing, cuddling, rose petals in the bathtub. Girl, it's jumping, it's bubbling. I ain't playing no games. Every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. So if you try.
Amazing. Time is up. Okay, I can take one sharing before we move on. I'm curious to know. Someone want to share? Can turn on your mic and tell me what a typical day in your EV term looks like.
Okay, I can go. Yeah. My name is Gautam. I'm from ISEC in VIT. I'm the local committee vice president for marketing. So my day basically starts with classes, and then in the like after classes it goes on till around 5, but then in the middle I have a lot of breaks, so I end up making content for the NST. And then later on I have team meeting, like one of like I have EBM or a team meeting or a team call, or and then during the day I take updates from my team. So that is what my typical day looks like. And what I've learned from them is a lot of things. Actually, I've never realized this, but then when I put down stuff one by one, I actually realized, oh damn, I'm learning a lot. So I learned designing, I learned how to manage a team and how to give and take updates to people. And these are some of the stuffs I've actually learned. So thank you for this.
Nice. Good time you're getting ahead of my session. Okay, I was gonna ask like later what did you learn about yourself, but that's good. I'm happy that like the activity is allowing you to realize things. That's the point of it. So thank you for sharing. Okay, let's move on. So now that you have the first thinky, the first input, which is what a typical day in your first month and week look like, I want you to build what your ideal day might look like. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is build a routine. But before we do that, I will have a sharing with you. I know you're gonna build a routine first, then I'm gonna share with you. So the first step is I want you to list down what are the things that you have in your routine, like um, meeting, team meeting, EB meeting, team meeting, like department meeting, maybe checking expo. I don't know, sending follow-up message for your team leader or your members, drinking water, homework. Um, I don't know, like anything you'd like to have in your routine. Just list them all down. The second step is I want you to set small goals. So whatever the things that you put, just set like not necessarily for all, but try to set goals for some. Like for example, send message to my team. The goal is consistently every day, or drink water 2 liters, or like I don't know feedback. I want to give one feedback per day and stuff like that. So yeah, just list it down first. Let's have 3 minutes for this. I'm gonna set a timer. I have like 1 minute.
One misconception of meditation is that
Okay, time is up. Sorry, song. We're not gonna play you now. Okay, now that you set the things that you'd like to have in your routine, as well as small goals for some of them, I want you to lay out a plan. So at first, I just ask you to like just put things down. Now I want you to plan it out, kind of. So things that you want to do in the beginning of the day, things that you want to do, for example, in the afternoon, and things that you'd like to do at night. I just plan it out. And while doing that, I want you to think of the fourth step as well. Make it fun and reward yourself. So while planning out your routine, how can you always keep yourself encouraged and motivated to go through this routine? For example, for me, I have different working hours than my teammates because I am in GMT plus one. So by the time I wake up, which is like 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. in the case of the conference sometimes, it's 2 p.m. their time. So 2 p.m. I am already in meetings. So I wake up, I start meetings already. So I kind of like use a lot of energy. So I stop working at like 2 p.m. I go and make myself and like my family some food. I cook lunch, so I reward myself with food. Okay. Then I come back if I have a meeting or if I have some task I work on. Then after that, I go, for example, ride my bike. So I reward myself by an activity that I like. Then I come back and I do some work at night, for example, and then I watch an episode from a series or I watch a video from Skin Deep. If you don't know Skin Deep, go find them on YouTube. I love their videos. A bit of ad for Skin Deep. Then yeah, I go to sleep. So you see, like I have a routine, but I also have kind of a routine for rewarding myself. So like I keep things that I love doing inside the day so I don't get burned out for my routine. So I want you to do the same. With the things that you listed down in step number one, lay out a plan and inject things that you like or like things that will reward you while going through this routine. And for this, let's have a bit longer time in case you didn't have enough time for the first 3 minutes. So let's have 5 minutes for this one. And if you have any questions, just drop in the chat in case the music is on.
ooh, don't we look good together? There's a reason why they watch all night long. And yeah, I know we'll turn heads forever. So tonight I'm gonna show you off. When I'm walking with you, watch the whole room change. Baby, that's what you do. No, my baby don't play, and blame it on my confidence. Oh, blame it on your measurements. Shut that all down on sight. That's right, we're out here dripping in finesse. Don't make no sense, out here dripping in finesse. You know it, out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense, out here dripping in finesse. Woo! Now slow it down for me, baby, 'cause I love the way it feels when we cry. Said our connection so magnetic on the floor. Nothing can stop us tonight when I'm walking with you. Watch the whole room change. Baby, that's what you do. No, my baby don't play, and blame it on my confidence. Oh, blame it on your measurements. Shut that all down on sight. That's right, we're out here dripping in finesse. Don't make no sense, out here dripping in finesse. You know it, out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense, out here dripping in finesse. Oh, oh, oh. So fellas, grab your ladies if your lady fine. Tell her she's the one, she the one all night. Ladies, grab your feathers and let's do this right. If you're on one like me tonight, woo! Drop top Porsche, rolling on my wrist, diamonds up and down my chain. Cardi B sprays, so they can't tell me nothing but stop and we change the game. It's my big Bronx boogie, got all them girls shook. My big fat ooh, got all them boys hooked. Went from dollar bills, now we popping rubber bands. Bruno sing to me while I do my money dance. Girl, you know we got it going on. Said no, it don't make no sense. Got me dripping in finesse. You know it, you know it. Got me dripping in finesse. Said no, it don't make no sense. Got me dripping in finesse. We're out here dripping in finesse.
Hmm, hard choice.
I got a condo in Manhattan. Baby girl, what's happening? You and your ass invited. So gonna get to clapping. Go pop it for a player. For me, turn around and drop it for a player. Drop it for me. I'll rent a beach house in Miami. Wake up with no jammies. Lobster tail for dinner. Julio serve that scampi. You got it if you want it. Got it if you want it. Said you got it if you want it. Take my wallet if you want it. Now jump in the Cadillac. Girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby. You deserve it. Oh, and I'm gonna give it to you. Gold jewelry shining so bright. Strawberry champagne on this. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Set like a fire at night. Silk sheets and diamonds all white. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Oh, I'm talking trips to Puerto Rico. Say the word and we go. You can be my flicker, girl. I'll be.
Okay, time is up. Here we go. Cool. Who'd like to share? Yes. I see someone smiling. Where? There was someone smiling. Hey, Clement, you're smiling. You want to share?
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so my routine is not very complicated because my university haven't started, so I have a lot of free time in my disposal. So, the routine that I set for my EB for 1 month will be definitely will be having O2O, drink water, workout, chit chat session with my EBs, and also chit chat session with my what ah, with my directors, and then also lastly is workout lah. Yeah, workout. So uh the goal that I set small I mean the small goal that I set whenever I have photo with my member is definitely is we can connect with one another lah. And how I can indicate we can connect one another is by the end of the conversation we end the conversation with a laugh, so it's a good indicator. So drinking water is definitely feeling hydrated. I feel good every day. And then EBM is definitely having a clear output every meeting. Yeah, as simple as that. And then chit chat session is definitely we all can enjoy each other's presence other than talking about functional stuff or Isaac stuff. And then workout is yeah, it's something is how's it? It's kind of like it's very hard to measure the small goal, but what I can a good indicator for to show that my workout is good or this routine is good is basically I feel good about myself lah. Yeah. And then the the plan that I have is basically I will try to do it at least. No, I will try to how's that? I will map out my day like morning, afternoon, evening, and night. So in the morning definitely is chit chat or having O2O or while having meeting and then drink water is throughout the whole day and then workout is always in the evening. So in that case, for every section of my day I will be doing something where I don't feel like I'm cramping everything all together at a specific time. And then how I reward myself is I think O2O is basically end my conversation with laughter. Yeah lah, I feel good, I feel connected. Drink water as simple as yeah, feel hydrated. Chit chat connected as well. And then workout is how to say I usually reward myself with workout is I will drink I will eat ice cream or yogurt. Yeah, fruit yogurt. Yeah, to reward myself. Yeah. So that's my kind of like my rough routine.
Very nice. Thank you, Clement, for sharing. Is it normal that when I connect with people, I usually cry? Or like, but yeah, it's good that
Uh,
you ended with a laugh.
well, it depends on what kind of conversation you're having.
Yeah,
Is it a deep talk with one another, or one person is ranting their problem? But yeah, it happens. But I would usually try to end my conversation even after a how's that a sad one with a laughter. Yeah, it's like
yeah,
you can see even though you can see their eyes are like teary, but then they can still laugh.
yeah, that's very nice. Thank you so much for sharing. I can relate to most of the things that Clement shared about, and like how you describe how each thing makes you feel, and like what you like. I like how you set a goal not only on a thing that you can tangibly measure, like number of one-to-ones, no, 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 but you set it on like quality things like connection, all of that. So I think that's very important, and I'm happy to be hearing this sharing from an LCP. So yeah, I just want you to compare the two of them, like the thing that you set in the beginning, which is a typical day in your first month and first week of your term, and also the routine that you just created. I want you to just take a minute, look at it, and see what is the difference between the current state and maybe the ideal state that you'd like to reach. So yeah, just 1 minute, uh, look at it and just reflect, you know.
Awfully gone. I won't ever make a promise that I can't keep. I promise that your smile ain't ever gonna leave. Shopping sprees in Paris, everything 24 carats. Take a look in that mirror. Now tell me who's the fairest. Is it you? Is it me? Say it's us, and I'll agree, babe. Jump in the Cadillac, girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby, you deserve it. Oh, and I'm gonna give it to you. Gold jewelry shining so bright, strawberry champagne on nice. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Sex by the fire at night. Silk sheets and diamonds all white. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Said you want a good time. Well,
Cool. 1 minute is done. I hope you realize some stuff like the things that Gutam shared in the beginning. So before we move into like group sharing and stuff, I would like to share with you what is our routine looking like. I don't know. You can actually play a game. Let's guess in the chat. Let's tell me guess stuff that we have in our routine. I love guessing games. I'm usually good at guessing. Yeah, but this time you should guess. So you can guess things that we have in our routine with my RO team. Let's see. I see people typing. Gossiping. What? Have a fun meeting. Review meetings. Meetings 10,000 times. Yeah, I can assure you that happens. Especially when you have a conference coming. No, but it's fun. Okay, so beside meetings, what do you think we have? Or like what type of meetings? Have breakfast or dinner together? Mm, we never did that. We watched the movie together one time. Random calls? Yeah, with yeah, one to one, yes. Dance roll call every day. Not every day, but we dance roll call. We even tried this app called Just Dance once. Tony brought it and like we danced in the app. It's like competition. Gossiping. We don't do gossiping. Like it's personally something I don't like. Okay, there is a learning that I can share with you. It's not related to this, but it's related to culture. If you attended Sumi culture, whatever, like if you talk shit about the network is because you're probably shit. So sorry because I said it like that, but I used to talk to a lot of MZVPs in like previous entities I worked in, and like some people be like, yeah, my LCVPs don't know how to do this. Okay, what did you do about it? So yeah, I don't like gossiping about the network in general, Isaac, because everyone is here to develop and everyone has their own journey. But in my RO team, we have a safe space to express when we dislike something. So that's what I like. Like you can express and you're not gonna be judged. We have morning check-in. It's not actually check-in. So funny, we had something called checkout, which is 5 p.m. GMT plus 8. But because me and Sumi work from GMT plus 1, which is like we check out at our 10 a.m., it doesn't make sense. Like it used to bother me in a way that I'm just starting my day and I see some people already accomplished a lot during their days and I feel useless. So I requested to change the name into Checkpoint and we did that. So everyone in the team can feel comfortable. We have review meetings every week, every month, every quarter, every time. Daily check-in and check-outs. We only have check-outs because we work in different time zones. We share fun pictures. We even make memes of ourselves, and we actually feel so comfortable being silly with each other. You cannot imagine at what point we appreciate each other. I don't know if it's once a week, but I think our team is more spontaneous. Like we really appreciate each other when someone does something. I wanted to type talk shit, but I thought it was yeah, it's okay. If sorry if some people find me rude with my language. I don't know. Team meeting with the RST. Yeah, we have weekly meeting with the RST as well. It's amazing. You guessed a lot of things that I like. Cool. So basically, why we have a routine as RO, what we try to accomplish through our routine is in RO is first accountability, like having all these parts of the routine that I'm gonna share with you, just help us keep accountable of the things that we have to do. Also, it make us have more ownership towards the task that we are doing towards like whatever is happening, and also help us be very, very efficient. You cannot imagine how fast we work and how fast we can change things. So that's what something also I love about RO. It's the challenge and the thing that I love in the same time. So first thing is basic, is Google Calendar. So you can see this, if you see my mouse, like there is this pinky green. So green is the color of um, RO calendar and pink is my calendar. Oh, purple is TLC calendar. So you can see we had also the deadline for final PPT dry run. So RO calendar, we put everything from RO weekly meeting, RO routine, which is every day. Now we moved it to 12 p.m. because Easter is in Canada and it's more convenient for everyone. Also, my synergy with Serafina every Monday. And here is RST weekly meeting every Wednesday. And you can see we even put in the calendar, like each one of us has the right to book one day for PDP every month. So Sarah had it on Monday, I had it on Friday. Although I was working on my session as well, but it's okay. I had some reflection time and stuff. So remember to set time for your PDP as well. Don't forget that. We use as well Asana. Asana, if you don't know it, actually I got to work with Asana in my EB term. So when I was EB, my LCVP marketing, which is the current MCP of Morocco, Sufyan, he brought us Asana and he was like, yeah, guys, there is this cool tool to make our tasks and we can make projects there. And we laughed so hard at him because like we thought that he was extra, but like we laughed at him in a good way. But then I ended up working with Asana in my RO and with AI as well. We have a chat like uh, common stuff in Asana. So yeah, Asana is so cool. You see, there is a task there that I needed to do yesterday, but part of it was in someone's session, so And there is awards calculation. Remember to attend the gala night. So yeah, today is my deadline for awards calculation. And you can see like, yeah, that's what my typical week look like in a calendar. So Asana and Google Calendar for deadlines, for tasks management, for meeting, and also for routine tracking. Yeah, yeah, we love Asana. You learn to love it. And then there is Slack. Slack, we use it for more important communication, formal messages, for announcements, for file sharing, and for accountability. And what I mean by accountability is, during the daily checkpoint that I showed you, we also changed to checkpoint to the name in the Slack channel. So yeah, we adapt. So during the daily checkpoint, we actually, before the checkpoint, you write your daily priorities in the Slack so everyone can see it. So we just share how you are feeling during the day, what will I do, what did I do yesterday, and what will I do today, where I am working from, since now we are working virtually, and any support you need in that day. So we work like this. So we have updates about each other. And I forgot to mention in the Google Calendar slide, during each checkpoint. So the checkpoint is 30 minutes long per day, so it's very fast. But after everyone checks in or out, we play a game, either Among Us, either Scribble, or we have like existential questions that we try to answer and have fun. So we try to make fun in every checkpoint that we have. So, we still connect, although we are working virtually together. Then there is Telegram. Telegram is for fast communication, for informal messages, for making fun of each other, for like just, yesterday Prayog was asking us, hey guys, which workshops are you attending? So I was attending the data one and Sumi was attending the business growth. So you see, even though we are fussy, we attend spaces. So I hope you attended as much spaces as you could in TLC. Cool. Now, coming up to the sharing space, Abiem, can you please help me make groups of three? Meanwhile, I explain what you guys are going to share about. So, I want you to share what team practices did you experience so far in your first 90 days, and what would you like to keep, start, and stop? So, you can take reference to the routine that you just created, and you can also think about things that you have outside of your routine or things that is in your LC routine but you didn't necessarily put it in your routine. So I repeat, like just share about what team practices did you experience in the first 90 days so far, and what would you like to keep, start, and stop. And I put three people in the groups just to have, so you can have more perspective and more sharings and you can learn from each other. So yeah, Abiem, whenever you're ready, you can open.
So we need to make a breakout room.
Yes, please. Just send randomly three people to the breakout room.
But can you assign me as the host first?
Oh
Because
yeah, sorry, I am host. Oh yeah. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I forgot this is.
okay, this is not like the room that we
Yeah.
can share like
Okay.
co-host or hosting.
Okay. Cool. If someone falls down with me or Abiem in the space, I will send them to another breakout. So see you. Oh, okay. Wait. I'm gonna make more. Cool. Uh, Dodo, I'm gonna send you to room number one. There are only two people there. Cool. I think everyone received the invitation to join the breakout room. So yeah, just click accept it and you can join. I'm gonna pause the recording. Cool. So I hope you enjoyed the breakout sessions. I was gonna take a sharing about this, but we don't have enough time. Unfortunately, I don't want to overrun, so you can enjoy the break and the next session. So I just want you to think what you learned about yourself. Like I'm happy that Gutam shared earlier about it, like that he noticed some stuff that he didn't realize before. So I just want you to like from the discussion to later on think what you learned about yourself and maybe note it down so you can keep track of your development and the things that are changing in your experience. And why is it important to answer that question? Like, what are you learning about yourself? And what does it have to do with 90 days and effective teams and stuff like that? So the answer is here. Actually, it's important to reflect to be effective and to have effective team practices. You can reflect on your learning style. How is it evolving? How is it changing? How fast do you learn? How faster do you learn? Like while your experience is advancing, you can reflect about your achievements and what does achievement mean to you. You can reflect on your small wins, on your personal growth, like on your behavior or the behavior of your team. There are a lot of things to reflect on, and you should always be active in your experience. Not active in a way of doing a lot of things, but active in a way that you are present and you are doing things while thinking about them and you're realizing stuff. That's how you know that you are actually developing. I want to share with you about the first 90 days of a specific experience which I cherish so much is the MC experience I had in Morocco. So actually we had something called the 90 days challenge. So it's something that my MCP sets because he read a book about the first 90 days. Uh, like I don't remember the writer, but you can find it. It's a very famous book. I usually forget the names of writers and actors and all of that. So yeah. So this is a screenshot from the email that he sent us at first. So how will it work?
จ่ายหมดแล้วนะ
Thank you. No problem. I mute you. So we had series of one-to-ones and touch points. We set goals for our ISIC experience and for our personal goal. My personal goal was about fitness. So this is another MC mate that I have that had a similar goal. So we used to go to the gym together. And this was the second screenshot is from the email that the MCP sent to appreciate us and like congratulate us for working on our individual goal. And the quote that he says, you can't grow the organization if you don't grow as an individual. So that's why we believe that we need to take care of each one's environment and their personal experience in order to take care of our team experience. So what I want to tell you is it's okay not to know now. But it's not okay to keep not knowing. That's why like I emphasize on the importance of reflection. Learn so you can teach. Keep learning and always reflect on the things that you are learning so you can teach it to your members, you can teach it to future generations, you can also teach it outside of ISEC. I observed that I'm teaching my sister a lot of lessons that if I wasn't in ISEC I wouldn't know these things. And like earlier when I was talking to you and I was talking about the reward and the bike, my sister did a reaction because she didn't see it this way. She just sees her older sister going and riding a bike, and she asked my father to bring her a bike, so she just wanted to ride with me, but she doesn't know that I do it as a reward for my routine. So, like, I'm really happy to see that I am able to reflect. Unfortunately, I didn't learn this earlier in my ISIC experience when I was LC because there were a lot of things that happened that my experience went so fast, but later I learned this. So please, please, please live your experience fully. Learn like and read. And it's a trait that I love so much about Icekers. This is like an article that Tony shared with me about highly effective teams, and these are like the 5 traits that define highly effective teams. First, like is dependability, structure and clarity, meaning in the work, impact, and also psychological safety. The fact that you know that you are safe, that you can share, and all of that. So read and learn. If you're interested in this article, you can text me in that number there in Telegram. I can forward it to you. It's very interesting. It's a research actually, I think from Harvard or something. I don't remember. But yeah, your first 30 days are done, or first like 40 days, but you still have like 60 or 40 days. Okay, I lost count. If you spend 40 days, how many you have? You have 50 days left from 90 days. Yeah. So you still have some days, a lot of days left in your first 90 days to make a difference. So yeah, just think about how do you want it to look like. You get to decide what your experience looks like. So that's something that we have a privilege to have in ISEC. In a lot of environments, people don't decide their experience, but in ISEC, you can decide that how you'd like to change your experience, how you'd like to influence the behavior of like yourself and your teammates. So think about that. How would you like your experience to look like, and how effective can you make it with that? So yeah, That's it for our session today. Thank you so much for attending. Before we end, please let's take a picture because I always forget to do that, and I'm happy that I remember right now.